There was once a young scholar who traveled far, very far to meet a wise master. Eager to learn, he arrived at the master's home and immediately began speaking. I have studied philosophy, science, and history. I have read countless books and mastered many concepts. Now, I seek to learn the ultimate wisdom. The master listened patiently. Then he smiled gently and offered the scholar some tea. He poured the steaming liquid into the scholar's cup, filling it to the brim. But he didn't stop. The tea overflowed. It spilled onto the table, onto the scholar's lap. "Stop! The cup is already full!" the scholar exclaimed, jumping back. The master smiled. "Exactly," he said. "How can I teach you if your mind is already full? You must first empty your cup, unlearn what no longer serves you, before you can truly gain wisdom." In this video, I'd like to emphasize the importance of letting go of outdated knowledge, beliefs, and habits to make space for growth, adaptation, and a deeper understanding of the world. Unlearning is not about erasing the past, but about questioning long-held assumptions and embracing the freedom to evolve. And in order to make this process more understandable, this video will be divided in 4 fundamental ideas that break this process down. First, the difficulty of throwing learnings in the trash or putting them in the anthropological museum. Letting go of what we have learned is often challenging. Knowledge, beliefs, and habits become familiar and comfortable, making the idea of discarding them feel like a loss. Much like holding onto old clothes that no longer fit, we tend to keep outdated perspectives simply because they had been with us for so long. Garcia Monge, a distinguished Spanish psychotherapist, proposes a more balanced approach. Instead of discarding all knowledge entirely, we can place it in what he calls an anthropological museum. This metaphor suggests acknowledging the past value of our learnings while recognizing that they may no longer serve us today. By doing so, we honor our past without letting it limit our present and future growth. Imagine you grew up believing that asking for help is a sign of weakness. As you grow older, this belief holds you back from collaborating or seeking support when you need it. Applying this lesson means recognizing that this mindset once helped you feel independent, but it no longer serves you. And instead of rejecting it outright, you place it in the anthropological museum, acknowledging its past role while embracing a new perspective. Asking for help is a strength that fosters growth and connection. Second, the difficult freedom of unlearning. Unlearning requires embracing a certain kind of freedom. The freedom to question what we know and to let go of outdated ideas. However, this freedom is not always easy to accept. Many people find comfort and security in their existing knowledge, even when that knowledge is no longer relevant or accurate. Change can be unsettling, and unlearning often feels like stepping into the unknown. Unlearning may feel like losing something familiar. It actually creates space for new perspectives and insights. The real challenge lies in overcoming the fear of uncertainty and embracing the possibility of growth through continuous questioning and adaptation. But this process will become a habit, and by the pass of the time, you will easily notice when it is time for you to unlearn what you have learned. I always remember how in high school I dreaded sport class. Convinced I was just bad at exercise, I avoided physical activity, believing it wasn't for me. And one day, after struggling through a short run, I realized that the problem wasn't my body, it was my mindset. I needed to unlearn my sedentary habits and see exercise as a skill, not a burden. At first, it was tough, but with consistency, it became a habit. I learned that unlearning isn't just letting go, it's making space for better habits. And now, working out is one of my favorite parts of life. Third, the example of scientists, mathematicians, and other experts. A powerful illustration of unlearning comes from the fields of science and mathematics, where progress is often driven by challenging established knowledge. History is filled with examples of great thinkers who had to let go of old paradigms to make way for new discoveries. Copernicus and Galileo challenged the belief that the Earth was the center of the universe, reshaping our understanding of the cosmos. Similarly, Albert Einstein's theory of relativity required unlearning some of the long-accepted principles laid out by the Newtonian physics. These breakthroughs remind us that true advancement comes not from rigidly holding onto past knowledge, but from daring to question it. Fourth, internalization and introjection. Internalization and introjection explain why unlearning can be so difficult. Some beliefs become deeply embedded in our identity. Internalization happens when we absorb ideas so fully that they shape how we think and act without conscious effort. Introjection goes a step further. It means accepting beliefs from society, family, or culture without questioning them, as if they were inherently true. For example, if someone grows up believing that failure is unacceptable, they might instinctively avoid challenges, fearing mistakes rather than seeing them as learning opportunities. Recognizing these internalized beliefs is key to unlearning them. It takes reflection and the willingness to challenge ideas that may feel like an unshakable part of who we are. With this in mind, it's clear that learning to unlearn is not about forgetting the past, but about creating room for new knowledge, perspectives, and growth. We often resist unlearning because familiar ideas offer a sense of safety and comfort, even when they are outdated. The ability to question long-held beliefs and embrace change is crucial for personal evolution. Scientists and other experts demonstrate that progress depends on challenging established knowledge. Additionally, recognizing and confronting internalized beliefs is essential for unlearning at a deeper psychological level. This lesson teaches us that true wisdom lies in knowing when to hold onto knowledge and when to let go, allowing ourselves the freedom to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing world.